Thanks for watching HCAM. If you want to help create content like this, become an HCAM member. As a member, you'll have access to professional quality equipment and software, as well as guidance from HCAM staff. Come see us at 35 Pond Park Road, Suite 8, conveniently located near Route 3 and Derby Street in Hingham.
This is the right side of the building, the drive shaft that goes out to the hands. And we're taking it out to get it out of the way. We got two other ones to do. That's riveted. Oh, nasty. Wow. Hey, a beautiful repair job. This is the shaft that goes to the left side dial. T. They've got a bent nail and a piece of Romex wire holding this one together. We're going to have to make some sort of an improvement on that when we reassemble it. Oh, man. This was originally all riveted together. These mechanisms, which are the mechanisms that actually physically hold the hands in place, these are original to the original tower clock. This tower clock is later than the original one that was put up probably not long after the building was built. And they appear to be in pretty good shape. I think they were worked on a number of years ago. Okay. If you bend a nail enough times, it will break. And there it goes. Left side off. The next step, after we get these out of the way, although this one's not really in my way, we just want it disconnected for procedural reasons, I guess, nothing else. The next step is one of the weights, the weight that runs the time mechanism, is still wound up. It's right there. I don't know if you can see that. There's probably 200 pounds there, maybe 225. So what I'm going to do is take the crank that's used every week to wind the clock. I'm going to release a thing called the click, which goes click, 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 oddly enough, when you wind it. And I'm going to release it and let the weight go down. This is the crank. There's supposed to be a piece of wood on here that allows it to rotate, but that probably fell off 100 years ago and is no longer with us. So, this is how you wind the weight up. Oh, no, it isn't. This is how you wind the weight up by turning it this way. And we're going to unwind it very carefully by doing this. You can see it moving down over there. And I'm letting 250 pounds of weight go down. If I let go of this crank, it'll spin around like crazy. I'm going to try not to let go of it. The other weight, the weight that runs the striking mechanism, is all the way down the bottom, and it's all the way at the back of the church. It was right near the door where we came in earlier. That needs to be disconnected as well. Winding these up is a really good workout, a nice aerobic workout, because first of all, you have the climb all the way up here from the street level, and then there it is. She hit the bottom. Good. Now the bomb has been diffused, as it were. There's no more tension on the cable. Usually the next step is to take the verge out. The verge is the thing that rocks back and forth. There might still be some power in here so you can actually see that happen. This is where the major failure in this clock has occurred, right here. This is very loose, and it can't be. So one of the major repairs we're going to do is to take this all apart and find out why it's loose. But this wheel right here is the smallest gear in the clock. It's called the escape wheel because it allows one tooth to escape every 1.5 seconds. As long as I keep my finger on here, it'll work okay. The minute I let go, it's going to go wacky. You can see the double impulsing and so forth going on. The reason it's running right this moment, and I kind of have to let it run actually, is because in between these two gears here, there's a spring called the maintaining power spring. And the maintaining power spring keeps the clock running in a forward direction while you wind it. And if I tried to take this apart right now, I'd have a little bit of a surprise. That wheel would spin around for 30 seconds or so. So letting it unwind is a good idea. Once I get the verge, this is where the expression being on the verge comes from, because the verge rocks back and forth. So if you're undecided about a particular thing, they refer to that as being on the verge, or on the verge of doing something. The verge is rocking back and forth. This is what they call a Graham deadbeat escapement. And it was the Graham deadbeat escapement that was invented, I don't know how many hundred years ago, that paved the way for accurate timekeeping for the first time in human history. And prior to the deadbeat escapement, we had recoil escapements that were pretty good. And before that, the Foley at Verge, which were pretty horrible. Interesting to watch, but not very accurate. But the deadbeat escapement really brought us into the modern world of timekeeping. So this will run the clock usually long enough for the clock winder to get the weights wound all the way up to the top, and then everything grinds to a halt. At the bottom of this wooden stick is a 70-pound teardrop-shaped cast iron ball. This is a solid straight grain cherry, which is what Howard typically used on their pendulums, unless you had a temperature compensating pendulum, in which case it was all bimetallic materials that would compensate for temperature change. The time weight that I let down, like I say, is somewhere between 200 and 250 pounds. The strike weight is probably somewhere between 600 and 700 pounds. But there's a gear ratio right there that makes it a little easier to wind up. That great big pinion that you see right there, that's for winding up the strike weight. And it is heavy. It's sitting at the bottom of its chute way down the back of the church. This is the biggest gear in the clock right here. This one and this one here, those two, they're about the same size. This is the wind gear, which is made out of cast iron. This is the actual running gear, which is made out of gear bronze. And this cam right here is the cam that lifts the hammer to drop on the bell when the clock rings. One of the things that we need to do up in the belfry is make a whole new support bracket to hold the hammer. The hammer is laying on the floor up there right now. I'm hoping to have that out of the building sometime today as well. So normally there are drive shafts connected to these universal joints right here that go out to the four faces. This was a universal clock mechanism, so there's even one on the top if the clock faces were at a higher altitude than the clock itself. Theoretically, there's no reason that this clock has to be here. It could be a couple of floors below here and the shaft could come off of this. Tough to get that to stop. Where is the crank? Wow, we had quite a bit of running time left. It probably would run for an hour. All right. So now the maintaining power spring has been released. We're ready to start taking it apart. Start by taking the Verge assembly out. I'm not going to bother getting into the story behind this screwdriver. The screwdriver is the only tool that I have that actually has a name, but there's the Verge, and there's the problem. We'll take this all apart and clean it and polish it. When this comes back, this will be nice, bright, shiny. This will be all nice and shiny. Everything will be lacquered so that it looks good and is protected from oxidation. So there's the Verge. And I'm hoping that the box down there has enough structural integrity to support the pendulum, because if it doesn't, we're in trouble. Again, this weighs about 70 pounds, so I'm going to have to be a little bit careful taking this apart. The most delicate part of the clock is right here. This is the suspension spring. As I hammer on it. No. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Hello. There we go. It seems to be happy. Put the pin back in where it came out. It's probably been 100 years since that pin was taken out. And as I mentioned before, One of the interesting aspects of these clocks is that chances are pretty good the last time this clock was moved, it was on a horse-drawn buggy. This is the regulating device here. By rotating this, you can change the timekeeping rate of the clock. That's done by changing the effective length of the pendulum. The pendulum is actually the time determining device in the clock. And this slides up and down and lengthens and shortens the suspension spring to change the timekeeping rate. As I was telling Alex on the way over here, the beauty of this screwdriver is because it's flat, you can do this with it. It's making a liar out of me. That screw is really in there tight. Try another approach. The big screwdriver doesn't fit down into the slot on these screws as well as it does some of the other ones. Ultimately, what's going to happen is we're going to take all of this except for these two big plates out of here. We'll take this assembly home and all the gears and so forth, and what will happen is I will come over here at my leisure sometime in the next few weeks, and I will clean this down and get it repainted here. There's no machining work that has to happen on the frame. All that is done with these little brass bushings. I didn't think that was going to break loose very easily. No. Okay, the other option is I'm doing this the wrong way. I should be doing this way.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Wow, you made it here in a hurry from Hanover. This is my brother,
Hi.
David Hochstrassen from the clock shop in Hanover. Wow, just does not want to budge. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. This is, I forgot your first name, Mark.
I'm Chris.
Chris. This is Chris from the
From
table.
HCAM. It's nice to meet you.
This is David.
Nice to meet you. Shake your hand before they get dirty.
Yep. I'm having an awful time getting this. Some of them just,
Have an impact driver?
I don't.
Should.
We're always talking about the latest, greatest tools that you can buy.
Impact driver's not that late.
Maybe not.
Can I help you somehow?
I am beyond help. I think I may have moved that a little bit. Either that or I'm destroying my wife's crescent wrench.
If you had told me, I could have brought the impact driver.
I didn't think of it. Well, we can just move on to other more exciting things. Usually this does the trick on these, but they've been in there for so long
Do you have a hammer?
I do, right there.
You know what Mike taught me? Here.
There we go. That one.
You get that one
That
going?
one just spun right out. Oh, you know what I could always try too? A little bit of the magic.
Oh, it's gonna need more oil?
Yeah, I know, really. It's swimming in oil already. I did bring along with me some of the magic
Croil?
Croil. There we go. Don't need much.
Get that in the slot, and you try and turn it. And
Yep.
tap on the end here nicely.
Yep.
Hang on.
I don't think it's in the groove.
It is, but
There we go.
there we go. Little bit of vibration
Teamwork.
helps.
Teamwork. There's that.
Are we taking these plates out of here?
No.
No.
No, I'm gonna paint and clean the plates up here. Everything else is coming out inch by inch. Out in the car, I have an extension for this that would give us some leverage, but I'm gonna go this way, right?
Yep.
2 broken screwdrivers later.
How about
As they say in the book, it ain't going nowhere.
you made too much of a mess?
Would you like me to assist? Should be another hole over here somewhere.
Thinking a little bit of.
So if I do this and you tap, maybe that will help.
Where do you want me to tap?
Right there. If I can get my wrist and my watch out of the way. Nope, it ain't going nowhere.
Not moving.
So,
That doesn't have to come off.
well, yeah, it does, eventually. I'm going to take it home and take this all apart and clean it.
Well, you can take all this apart. You can leave that in place if it doesn't want to budge.
Yeah. Well, we could take it out with the top plate.
I have one of these.
Yay.
Budging.
Not really. The beauty of these old things is they don't just all of a sudden let go and you go flying across the room. They usually ease out nicely.
How about a few taps?
Yep.
Sometimes it can be enough to.
That never works on a car, by the way.
You can't.
These are already have witness marks on them.
Yeah,
This is number 3.
but is it really?
That's the question.
I found over at Dependable that there are things that are marked that are in the wrong spot.
There we go. It comes off just like that. Let her rip. Here we go.
You just needed an extra set of hands.
Yeah. No. Just strictly thinking from a ventilation standpoint. I hope you drank a lot of coffee so you can stay awake through all this. It's pretty boring.
I think this.
Yeah.
This
No,
way.
no, it goes the other way.
Yep.
Got
There
it.
you go. They should both go the same way, right?
You would think. That one is not
Doesn't
moving.
seem to want to go.
No, we probably should have done that before we unbolted all these. This keeps them off. As long as nobody peened it over on the end. But putting that back in there isn't going to help us.
No.
These pins are tapered, so they only go in one way. If you try to put them in the right way, they don't move.
You don't want to peen the
No,
end
no, no,
over.
no. No, you don't.
But that, it's the right way, right?
I don't think so.
No?
No. Try it. There you go. No, you had it the right way.
Yeah.
You did. I'm sorry. Stand by.
Punch.
Alex, can you hear me? No, it's over here. Never mind, I got it. Little magic juice. There's a pair of blue handled pliers sitting over there, I think. The last one of these that we disassembled to
Pop the
this.
set pin out,
Yeah, why not?
just so you're not getting stressed through the gear train. Although I see you've taken the purge out, so
Yeah, I took the
that
purge
won't
out.
be an issue.
That does not want to move. Okay, well, it's just gonna have to come out the other door. Oh, it can't come
There's-
out. It
there's
can't come
a-
out. There's a shoulder.
There's a shoulder, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, to take that all the way out.
God, that's industrial.
I have replacements.
Yeah, I think I have some of these too.
Have you priced them lately?
No, but who carries them? McMaster-Carr?
McMaster-Carr. I bought I think 50 of them. But they come in, as you know, all different sizes. And, to
This
get
is a interesting little thing. This is called a snail. You see why they call it a snail? This determines how many times the clock rings. This is 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3, 4, etc., all the way around to 12, which is here. Very simple little device. It interacts with this gizmo called a rack, which somebody put a nasty spring on it.
where is the fly on this one? Yeah, this being out this far,
Yep.
we found between doing New York and
Hamilton,
Old South
yeah.
Union that had moved.
Yeah.
Hamilton, New York, it was way out there, but they smartened up sometime between then.
They moved this whole assembly
Old
further
South
out
Union
that
is
way.
what, 1930s?
No, 1917.
17.
Yeah.
So that changed and
Well, more bent nails. There's somebody really
yeah, somebody
outdid themselves. This little device that I'm taking apart here is called a fly. And what the fly does is it regulates how fast the clock strikes. So in this position, it's relatively slow. If you wanted to slow it down some more, you would loosen this up thusly. Are these right-hand threads?
yes. Should be.
They should be. You would loosen this up and change the pitch on this to speed up or slow down the speed at which it strikes. Called the fly assembly. And there it is. It comes right off. I left you a message this morning to ask if you happen to know off the top of your head what size these were.
I was just going to ask you, do you have that socket?
I don't.
I know I had
don't.
it, but it was with the 50-ton press.
Oh.
I was using it to push bearings in or out of probably
Which
your
means-
Volkswagens,
Thank you.
but it got lost somewhere along the way.
Can we have that hammer, Alex? And actually, someplace in there, I've got a pin drift. Maybe we could find it. Since Alex probably doesn't know.
Doesn't know what a pin drift is.
He knows what a camera is.
Yeah,
He's
well,
good at that.
know your profession.
Yes.
So you have a socket here, but it's way too small.
It's too small. Yeah. That was the biggest one I had. So
Pin drift.
yes.
This is pin drift.
Also known as a punch.
What is this?
All right, let's see.
Is that Russ's hernia?
Girdle?
Yeah.
I have back issues, okay? It goes. Oops, there it goes. It's all the way down. Actually, you don't.
Oh, no, because you popped this pin out.
Right, but I can drive it out if I'm very careful. If you
Yeah.
hold that just like that, hold it.
That's not going to work. Here, let's take all of these off because that's putting pressure on those teeth.
Oh, sure.
You don't want to do that.
Nope, we don't want to do that. Okay. So we should take those off next.
Oh, you're going to need a screwdriver. Alex,
Huh?
I put the screwdrivers away.
Why is this not turning? This is one of the interesting things about this profession is that you can't actually do this while you're sitting at a computer terminal. You really have to kind of dig in and get your hands dirty. And we're working on this pretty much the same way that people did over 100 years ago when they put it up here.
Where's your game? It says 22. Press the game button a couple times until it just says 12. It's right towards the monitor.
Okay. Gets that out of the way.
Does that say AF 2.0?
We'll be finding screws all over the place.
H12.
Now,
Yeah,
Well, you got to take up the
the what?
slack there. There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Otherwise, you'll be pounding all day. There you go.
We have another gear. It's the
You
top
want to
turret
put that
gear.
back on there? Keep everything together?
Yep.
Takes up less space that way.
Yeah. The pin is down a floor.
I still think we'll be able to find it.
Yeah. It's not that big a deal. We have ways of dealing with that. Okay. We have
Boy.
the technology.
It's a good thing that strip of wood's there.
Yeah.
That looks
Yeah.
like it wants to roll off the
Yeah,
edge.
it does. You got to be real careful that you don't step over the edge of that. Although, if you're lucky, you won't go very far. Just hit that beam down there. Bounce. Okay. So there's the top turret assembly out of the way, and the top plate of the movement. Next thing we start on is the gears. And what I've decided to do on this, just so that you're on the same page, is I brought some gaffer's tape, and what I'm going to do is pop the bushings out and then tape them onto the shaft.
Well, they should have been marked at the factory,
They should have been,
but
doesn't mean
they
that
could have gotten mixed up and messed around with
Yeah.
over the years.
certainly.
But
So we'll start with the escape wheel, which is the one that we were looking at earlier.
want me to get on the other side and take those off?
Sure. Actually, you know what? Put the screws in the bucket. Because I want to
Right,
wash
because the
them.
plates are staying here,
I want to
right?
wash. Yeah, the plates are staying up here, but I want to wash and lacquer all the screws.
Yeah.
Alex, in that bucket there should be a roll of white tape.
I know I'm not Alex, but
It's okay. You'll do. How nasty do the pivots look?
actually not too terrible. All right, this has the Mark V on it, of course, but I don't see any punch marks identifying this.
Okay.
But that's
That's the
escape
pinion
wheel, pendulum side.
end. Okay. Well, let me put this on this end.
Oh, I see.
Brilliant, huh?
Yeah, sure, that works.
This is the expensive gaffer's tape that you get at you do at electronics for $18 a roll. Okay, there's the escape wheel. Ready to go back to the shop for a well-deserved bath.
Yeah, I see there's scratches on this bushing here on the outside where somebody remarked it.
Well, this had to have come apart at some point in time for some maintenance, but I don't think it ever got a full.
Screw.
Thank you.
This has to go that way.
That's interesting. The last number of the serial number is 5, which is the same as Old South Union.
Is there significance?
Well, the serial number could potentially tell you what year it was made. This tape is not going to stick to the oily, disgusting surfaces, but it will stick to itself, and that will probably be enough to hold these in place until we get them apart and clean and all spiffy. There you go, clap gear. Also known as the third wheel. I already got this end more or less loose.
Whoa. That's the cable?
I thought that was released. The weight is all the way down the bottom.
Yeah, well, it's the weight of the cable is
Yeah.
enough to get
Yeah.
those to spin.
Yep. This is going to be tricky.
Yeah, you're going to need a lot more tape on that one.
The beauty of having you guys up here filming all this, or I guess videotaping all this, we don't use film anymore, is that you can see how grungy this thing is. And when we put it back in, it's going to have not quite a mirror finish, but it's going to be nice and clean and bright and shiny and spiffy. And
When it goes back together, we have to wear gloves to keep fingerprints off the
Pretty
gears
much.
rather than keep grease off our hands.
yeah, I don't know if that's going to hold, but
It'll keep, no, it's not.
it's not doing anything,
No.
is it?
You should
Well, I can
extend that, and then you can wrap a piece around
Yeah.
if need be.
Something like this, get it to stick to itself, and then, like you say, run a piece
Wrap
around.
a piece around. Keep it all together.
Despite all the nasty rumors, my brother and I actually do work very well together. Not that there are really any nasty rumors, but
We don't get to work together often
we
enough,
don't.
though.
No, we don't.
Now,
We
levers?
don't even have lunch together as much as we should. We're gonna take the big wheels out after we separate the plates, right?
Well, you can't take them out before. But you knew that.
I did know that.
You're testing me, I can tell.
Gotta keep you on your toes. Somebody has to. My screwdriver. This has got to go.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here's what it says.
You going on a mission?
Yeah.
Do you have a magnet?
No, because you can't buy those, you know. I have some.
Yeah.
I have some from St. Andrews.
Yep.
Did you know there were minute marks over here?
No?
There's minute marks.
that
There's a
those are?
pile of
Are they
half a
gold
dozen of them. They're gold leafed.
Oh, nice.
Looks like he gold leafed a section of wood and then just chopped it up.
It's one way to do it.
Looks like it might be paint. Doesn't look shiny enough.
The numbers on the outside of the building look like leaf. Okay, why is this gone askew?
This does not want to go back in. Yeah. Did you put this on the right
it's
way?
the rack. Oh, I
No,
don't know.
you didn't.
I may not have.
That's why it would only start.
Okay, the rack has fallen into position, and this is now jammed. Okay. Could you grab the crank? No, you can't, because it's over here.
Did you put this bushing up there? Yes.
Yes.
You're trying to take the fly out?
I was.
The fly wants to come
it does,
this way.
Yeah, but we have an issue.
Yes, we do.
Can you? We need to get rid of some more of the weight that's on
The cable?
Yeah, has this got 2 clicks? I think it does.
I believe so.
Can I do this without getting into trouble?
Yeah, get the gear moving.
How's that?
Well, I'm kind of curious why there's so much extra cable on there.
I know. The weight is at the bottom of the chamber. Well, because remember, the cable goes all the way to the back of the church
Oh, boy.
and down.
Yeah, so we need to...
Should I just cut it? I'm tempted.
We don't need to take that out today. Why can't we... I know
What,
you've got
the wheel? I was planning on taking it out today. I wasn't planning on taking all the pulleys just yet.
Do you have the socket to take the plates apart?
I think so.
You think so?
I don't.
Okay.
But I have a feeling this is probably a way to do it. All right, well, as long as we've got the bomb disarmed here, I think we're okay.
Here. Where's your pin drift? If we can get
that's a
this
personal
out of the
question.
way, that'll make life a little
Do you
easier.
want the hammer?
Well, let's see.
Oh, you don't need the hammer. Never mind. You're unscrewing that gizzy. The warning lever.
Gotta make sure I'm going the right way. No, I was going the right way,
You're going the right way.
but I
Might be
think,
easy to go down.
yeah.
Hey, yikes. You okay?
There's blood.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you might
Pretty
need to
good
go.
gash.
Yeah, that's a good gash. You might need to go get that looked at. Yeah.
We need
So
to
wow, we've really
take that
got
back in.
a gizzy going on here, don't we? Would the next logical sequence to be to take the gathering pallet off?
It's got to come off.
It does.
So, need to. What did you do here?
I got it jammed in there.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Well, it's
Take-
the gathering pallet that's
Yeah.
causing the problem. So I need the hammer and the pin drift.
Pin drift.
And
Don't know where the hammer is.
the hammer is right there. And we'll try to prevent the pin from going downstairs.
Am I going the right way?
Nope.
No. Can I help you position this?
There we go.
No.
Bingo.
That might not want to come off.
It might not, unless we do something clever.
Here, try and turn it. Get the rack out of the way first
Good idea.
before you damage those teeth. I have that drawn out in CAD. We can make a new rack if need be.
Why am I not surprised? Oh my god, that was a little too easy. Wow. Okay, that's probably enough for the time being.
Well, now you can spin the gathering pallet around. Get
Oh,
warm.
yeah. That's why I brought towels.
This is cool
This
compared to
extra
last
towel.
Monday.
Oh yeah, you were up at Dependable Cleaners last week, right?
Yeah, it was 90 something outside. I figure
Yeah.
it was 100
Well,
degrees
the
easy
saving
upstairs.
grace today is the sun isn't out, although it looks like it's coming out, which may be detrimental to our health. I was going to attempt to take the nuts off with the channel locks,
Yeah.
because sometimes they move easily, sometimes they don't.
I wish we could remember what happened to that socket.
I know.
Still think you have it with the arbor press.
Well, that's entirely possible, I suppose.
I blame you mostly.
Give this a gentle little tap.
There you go.
There you go.
It's moving.
Yep. There's that one.
Now, we can get that out of the way.
Yeah.
We can get this out of the way.
Hmm.
Then we
Are
can
you
get...
bleeding?
I am, but it's not too bad.
It's not too bad. Thank you.
You stabbed me with a tower clock.
I hate when I do that.
Yeah, we gotta get this lever out of the way, which is, I think, where I was working last.
Yeah. Is that this bushing?
No.
That bushing's still in there. Okay.
That
never mind.
bushing's still in there.
Never mind.
This one goes to the pivot on here, which if I can get this out of the way. Did you take the, no you didn't. So, you're holding me up.
Oh, really? I remember when David and I took apart a clock up in Hamilton, New York many years ago. We had figured that it would take us a day. Can I have the crescent wrench?
Crescent hammer?
Crescent hammer, yes. With my wife's name on it. See, it says Joyce right there. She never uses it, but it's her wrench. We had anticipated it taking an entire day to remove the tower clock from the church, and we had the clock packed up out of the building in the van by noon. We started at 8 o'clock.
Well, we had taken apart Old South
Yep.
and St. Andrews.
Oh, did I just get you again?
No, I just wasn't ready for you to do that. I was keeping this from rotating. Yeah. Wait.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, am I banging?
Bring it
anything?
this way,
And go
and now
this.
tap that.
Hold it. Let me put
And
the nut
put
back
the nut
on.
back on before you ruin the threads.
You make it sound like I've done this before. I mean, ruin the threads. Something just fell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Taper pin from this.
Okay.
Why is that so tight?
I don't know.
Whoops.
It shouldn't be.
I'm
You
being
okay?
attacked by a tripod.
Oh, sorry, did hit you?
Vicious attack tripod. Where'd the hammer go?
You just had it. Oh, it's
No, I
here.
had the crescent hammer. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
You just need a big enough hammer.
You just need a hammer instead of the crescent hammer.
We used to have a saying that you can do anything with a big enough hammer. Or the alternate saying was you can do anything with a big enough vacuum tube amplifier.
All right, now this goes
I don't
here.
have the bushing out from that one.
Yeah, that's the right one.
Get
Just
the
double
bushing.
checking.
Oh, tape.
Okay, good.
Do you need to go attend to your wound?
Not yet. When I start turning white, then I'll call the ambulance.
What a mess. I'm going to be busy cleaning for the summer.
Yeah, you need to take this off so we can get this out.
Just trying to find the screwdriver. This isn't my screwdriver. It was sitting up here.
Oh,
It's kind of like
good thing.
divine
Comes with
intervention.
comes with its own repair kit.
Oh, I already took the bushing out of this one.
Yeah,
It's
but
right here.
it-
It has to come out.
there we go.
It will have to come out. Isn't that a Monty Python thing? My brain
Yeah,
hurts.
a brain.
Yeah.
You don't need to tape that one. You can just put the.
The gear?
Well,
No, I'm going to
no,
tape it.
you don't want to put the whole fly back together, do you?
No, it makes it more difficult to carry. We're very lucky that there's no wasps or any other evil things up here.
Don't say those things.
Yeah, I know. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, that jinx has to knock on some old
This-
wood
You
over
done
there.
with that
One-
end?
Yeah, let me do this, just to be on the safe side.
We had like 2 dozen bees in the house the other day.
Yeah, we did. Honeybees, which was...
Don't kill them.
We didn't, well, we did. We killed a few, but they apparently...
Oh, I know.
They apparently were scoping out our house as a potential place to build a nest, and they apparently gave up and moved on. So we have a bushing someplace that needs to come out. I think it's that one. No,
No,
this one.
they're out.
This one.
Oh,
has to
okay. There you go. Thanks, Bruce.
Um,
I'm gonna take this one out, and then I'm gonna go find a Band-Aid.
yeah, you should go find a Band-Aid. You really need to do that. And I'm gonna break for a second and have a swig of some ice cold H2O.
But I don't think there's anyone else down there.
Oh, that's cool. If we start hearing the organ play, we know we're in trouble. Yeah, Bach
All right.
Toccata in Fugue in D minor.
There you
Very
go.
good. I've been
I'll be
getting.
back.
So
Maybe.
Is this for the lever?
That's for this gear.
Oh, okay. You're a step ahead of me. Okay, good.
Second wheel.
Second wheel. Yep.
Second wheel, pendulum end.
Train. Okay. I've actually been getting more into Rachmaninoff lately.
Russ is a big pipe organ fan.
I listen to pipe organ music wicked loud all the time.
Almost exclusively.
Almost. Occasionally I throw a little Medeski Martin and Wood in just to spice things up.
There aren't blood coming out of my ears right now.
Yeah, thanks.
It's not getting
Because
laughed.
the organ music, yeah.
This first step is very narrow.
It's not even, almost not existence. Yeah, it's a toothpick. But, yeah. Yeah, I have about a 800 watt stereo system in my workshop. Specifically, oh, yeah, the other bucket. Alex will hand it to you. I was thinking that we would probably have more light up here with the window, but it doesn't seem to be helping. The window. You know, actually, give me a break here for a second. I'm gonna go attempt something silly, which may or may not be of any help whatsoever. This isn't good. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Okay. Wow, this is really falling apart. What the heck happened? Oh, the hand is in the way. Hello. Here we go. Is this hinged? Seriously? It's hinged. Okay. Get out of here. Go find something else to do. All right, I guess that's gonna stay together enough that it doesn't fall off the building. Does that help at all? It gives us a little more breeze, if nothing else. The thing that's interesting about E. Howard, and E. Howard, as I mentioned earlier, we believe apprenticed here in Hingham with Joshua Wilder. But when E. Howard, in its infancy, was actually the Howard and Davis Clock Company of Boston. They tooled up and made machines to make screws and things, and they never changed them. They were using these same screws up into the 1960s after the entire machine industry had standardized. So that looks like a 3/8 16, and it's 16 threads per inch, but it's not 3/8. It's something else. It's some bizarre size. So when you work on one of these clocks, if you lose a screw, you have to make a new one, or you have to drill out the hole and retap it for a modern thread. But it's kind of interesting. When we were restoring the custom house, we figured that out, that Howard just made their own tooling and just went with it. And nobody else's screws, nuts, or bolts will fit. So it's kind of interesting. Okay, we got that. So we're down to last couple of bushings here. So the next thing I'm going to do is get out my bolt cutters and cut these cables. And the one that runs all the way to the back of the church is probably going to make a big noise when it hits bottom. That one's not going to work. I hope that light's not messing you up.
Oh, no.
No, okay. I hope Skippy stops bleeding.
I think they'll be able to save all the fingers.
With any luck.
As if they can amputate just below them.
Don't start, Alex. Alex has a very bizarre sense of humor. Yeah, it's try to keep him under control. Oh, boy. This is the lever that goes up to the bell. Yeah, just don't fall. Don't break any tower clock parts either. Okay, the bell hammer is ready to go. The bell handle lever actuator. Gee, I figured you guys would have gotten bored long before now. Left. Skippy's probably going to have to drive to the drugstore and buy a box of Band-Aids.
I think I already got enough 8x10 glossies for the yearly clock repairman calendar. So.
Clock repairman calendar. This is something that only exists in your mind.
Right now.
Good.
Boss, do you want to continue explaining what you did?
Yeah, I'm just continuing on with the disassembly process. I'm taking out that big pinion gear that we looked at earlier that makes it possible for a human to wind this thing, at least on the strike train. And that's kind of stuck in there a little bit. Let's see. Have hammer will use. And there we go. Sometimes you need a little persuasion to get these things apart. There's going to be a lot of parts in that bucket to clean. When we take this all apart, which we're doing now, but when we get it back to the shop and we start actually doing the physical cleaning, we use a ammoniated solution. It's a mixture of ammonia, oleic acid, and acetone, and it breaks down the grease and a little bit of a pickle here, and burnishes the metal, the brass in particular, to get it so that it looks nice and shiny. And then we kind of polish everything up and then lacquer it so that it won't rust again, or at least not as badly. This one is not happy about coming off for some reason. Probably because the edges have been bunged up by the crank. Had to think of the word there. All right, maybe. Oh, it's not happy, is it? I'll have to deal with that later. All right, the next step that we're going to attempt here is to just loosen these 4 bolts that hold the 2 plates, the front plate and the rear plate together. 4 on the front, 4 on the back. They're pretty substantial. And as my brother mentioned earlier, we have a socket that fits it, but neither one of us know where it is, because it's probably been a few years since we worked on one of these. To this extent, we've done a lot of maintenance on these clocks, but the actual total disassembly and restoration, it's been a few years since we've done one, so neither one of us knows where the proper tool is. That's not going to work. Come to Papa. Having a certain amount of success here. Okay, good. Okay, the 4 big nuts are loose. So the next operation that happens is, you okay?
Yep.
Bless you. And I gotta wait for my brother to stop bleeding and come back up here. We're gonna actually take this and lay it down and then lift this top plate right off. And then we can take the 2 big gears out. I usually disassemble these and take them down bit by bit because this separates from here, this separates from here. This one you can carry relatively easily. That one is a 2-man job, typically. And we break it down into its component parts. It comes out of the building a lot easier. So I think that's where we're at right at the moment. We're more or less at a standstill. I do need to unbolt it from the base. Sometimes these clocks have this extra set of legs on the bottom. Sometimes they don't. This one happens to have them. So let's see. Get to unbolting this. Oh, you know what, Alex? Can you hand me that crescent wrench that's on the floor there? The joist wrench.
Do you take the entire base of it too?
This is going to stay up here.
Yeah.
Just because it's not going to fit down through the holes, I don't think, at least not easily. When I restored the one over at Old South Union Church in Southwest, actually I was going to cut the cables next, wasn't I? I ended up just putting them on my shoulder and walking down the stairs with them, but that was 25 years ago, almost 30 years ago, and I don't think I'm quite in that good a shape anymore. Okay. Wow, it does not want to cut. At least not with these. Let's try the other ones. These are compounded. These might go a little easier. We're going to replace this with all new cable, so that's why we're cutting it. Normally we wouldn't necessarily do that. Yeah. That was interesting. And this one is obviously loose enough. We can cut this one too. This cable that I'm cutting right now goes all the way across the building to the back of the church. It's probably 130 feet of cable there. All right, that takes care of that. And in this particular installation, both of the cables go down through the floor and over to where they need to go. Sometimes, for example, Old South Union Church in South Weymouth, the cables go up. And there's so much weight on it that if you unbolt the clock from the floor, the movement would probably start moving up, which you don't want. It's a very scary situation. So, but this one seems to be the other direction. It looks like somebody brush painted this mechanism at some point in time. You can see brush marks, and that may have actually been done at the factory. It may have been brush painted at the factory because in 1890, 1900, I don't think they quite had figured out spray painting yet. So you guys could probably sell your video to Ultimate Restoration and have a TV show. I don't know if they even still do that. One more over by Alex here that I gotta get unbolted.
We could do that, Chris. You want to split the earnings 50-50?
Talk to Phil. It's still an HP.
Yeah, that's true.
There's gotta be one in every crowd. Just continuing to remove the 4 bolts that hold the framework to the stand that's bolted to the floor. One of the things that I will probably do is bring a vacuum cleaner and a wire brush up here and clean the floor before we put the clock back in. It's always nice to have it on a nice spiffy clean floor when you put it back together. Okay, this should be, yep, it's free. Kind of scary, big heavy thing like that, ready to fly off the base. The Congregational Church, I don't know if it's okay to mention that, although it's all part of the same deal, has the exact same movement as this in it, the same mechanism. So you'll have another opportunity at some point, if it's deemed necessary, to take some video of that one coming apart as well. The toughest part about Saturday morning is going to be getting the lift set up and exactly in position where we want it. You know, so once that's done, which should go fairly easy, I'm going to pull the front hands off now because I've got that opening. There should be one of those in each one of the dials, but there isn't.
You can get out there right from there?
Oh yeah, yeah, I just reach out and unbolt them and take them off.
Okay.
But the other 3, whenever they replaced the dials, they didn't give us the courtesy of putting in doors for access. One of my trademarks, and I'm debating whether or not I should do it here because my brother's working on some of the other clocks, but one of the things that I do, and if you were to go up in the tower clock at Thayer Academy, you'd see this. Originally, these spokes in the center of the gear were painted black. There's still a little bit of black paint in there. Typically, when I overhaul one of these, I paint them red, just because it looks nice. And that's how you can tell that I did it. But if my brother isn't going to do that, I won't do it either. I'll do it in black. But it's just a stupid little detail. But I like red, so I do it in red. It doesn't affect the operation of the clock in any way, but it just looks nice. Wow. All right. Okay. Here's the hour hand. For anyone who cares. This is usually where the I gotta hand it to you jokes start.
Hey, can you give me a hand?
Ah ha ha ha. Told you. There's no end to it. Yeah, it might be a good idea at this point to haul some stuff down. I cut both of the cables.
Okay.
And
How do the hands look?
the hands look fine. I mean, I might touch up the gold a little bit, but and a little squirt of coil and the nuts came right off. The only thing that concerns me is it looks like there's a bearing bolted to the outside of the clock dial, which is a good idea, but yeah. There's the hand hardware. Boy, they could have made the screws a little longer.
Boy.
It's kind of amazing.
Are they standard?
They might be. I don't know. They sure look standard. Well, bear in mind, these are not E. Howard dial trains.
Right.
These
Makes
predate.
them earlier.
Yes, because this is not the original tower clock that was in this building.
Those being
I think what I would like to do is maybe get some of this debris out of here. You know, get the gears all out of here, the rack, the turret.
They're going down in buckets, and then we're gonna bring the buckets back up.
I think so, yeah. I have rope.
Back up.
I have rope somewhere in one of these buckets, this one over here.
Yeah.
With the,
What are you thinking? You know, lower the bucket.
yeah, probably. And you know, actually, there's no reason I can't go right over the side there.
What do you suppose these weird wrenches were for?
Well, they may have been for the previous tower clock. I'm wondering if this was put in, this building dates from, what do you say, 1803, 1802? I'm wondering, what's the likelihood that the previous tower clock may have been a Joshua Wilder?
Did he make tower
I don't know.
clocks?
I don't think he did either, but who else would have been around in the early 1800s making tower clocks with
Willard.
gear trains like that? Does that not look like Willard gearwork?
It doesn't look like the old State House.
No.
It does resemble the Aaron Jr.
Down in Pembroke?
in Pembroke. Is that Aaron or Aaron Jr.?
I think it's Aaron Jr. It's Aaron Jr., I think.
Those are actually pierced.
Yeah, they're beautiful hands.
Wow.
They really are nice. I hope I got Croyle on it. I hope that isn't going to kill it. That'll probably just wash off. But they really are very, very pretty hands. I mean, look at the detail. The way this is, they're not just slats, they're tapered in the middle and get the little bow tie. They really are, they're beautiful hands. What do we need to do?
We need to get some stuff out of here.
We need to get some stuff out of here.
Maneuver the clock onto its back.
Yep. All right. So let's get some room.
Its front. Is it the front or the back
What?
that we're going to put the clock on?
Which is the front? Which is the back?
That's what I'm asking.
I don't know. I don't think there is a front and back.
Well, I guess it
Oh, that's
depends on
the
your
wrong
point of view.
Yeah, it does. You ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
I threw another gear in.
Don't drop it.
I'm not going to drop it. Get out there. There we go.
Got it.
Okay.
All set. While you're doing that, I'm going to take this to the next level. No? You all set?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I'm going to lower another one down.
Okay. I didn't know if it was going to take you a minute.
No, I'm good.
Got it. You're all set.
Okay. Do I dare lower the turret assembly down with the top plate? I mean, it's relatively...
How are you going to hook the rope on?
I'm going to wrap it around the top plate.
Wrap it around? What if you went through the pendulum suspension hole?
Okay, that works. I'll find the other end of the rope.
Just don't want it to get away from me, you know?
No, no. Okay.
Oh, but you put the that regulator block back in place, right?
No,
No.
the regulator block is in place,
Okay.
but the hole is open.
Okay.
I suppose I could probably just leave that like that, maybe. That makes more sense,
What
I
are you
guess.
doing?
What?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this without falling over. This little sucker is a little on the heavy side.
Yeah, it's heavy. Just don't drop it on my head.
Actually, you know what might make more sense?
Walk it down the stairs.
Yeah. The other option is, what if I put this on this side?
Yeah.
And you can grab the rope is down there.
Yeah.
You could steady it from that end too.
Okay.
Is it aimed for your head?
All right. I've got the weight of it here.
Oh, you do? Wow, that was quick.
Yep. Well, it's not going very far.
No.
Oh, so now you're
What?
going to have to send the rope down for me to take it through the hole here.
Easy enough. There you go.
All right.
Zippity doo dah. Oh, wow. That's good. All right. Need some space. What if we lean that on the bucket? That might work. You know, it's not as hot and nasty up here as I thought it was going to be. Believe it or not, I thought it was going to be worse than this. If the sun was out, we'd be boiling. Like, why don't you step that way? I know you're going to be scared, but just hang on. Oh, thanks. Thanks. The fly needs to come down. Yeah. And can you take this and the turret shaft?
Yeah.
How's your fingers?
Well, it's not bleeding anymore.
Well, that's a plus. Not bleeding is always good.
Only because I've run out of blood.
Oh, I hate when that happens. Okay, so the next operation, which is not easy, we might have to incorporate Alex a little bit in this one, is to lay the movement down on its back, or actually on its front in this case. I think in order to accomplish that, I'm going to find a screwdriver and it's going to go wootin'.
You got one more bucket?
The only bucket I've got up here has hand cleaner and stuff in it, so I think that
okay.
can stay. So I think you got the majority of it there.
So all this is ready to go out?
Yeah, do you want to put it in my car?
I don't have your keys.
You will in a second.
Oh, you gonna drop them?
I was thinking about it.
I'll come up and get them. Is that something that'll bounce off into
You're such a zip ahead.
space?
Here you go. If you push the middle button, the tailgate will open. You gotta get
This
pretty
button?
close to the car, yeah. Yeah, and don't mess with the windshield wipers.
Oh, I won't.
Uh-huh, sure. I know that tune all too well. Yeah, I think, you know, while we're waiting, while they're all saying the comfy chair, Monty Python again, how would you like to go up and see the belfry? Okay. One of the big projects that we have up here is the bell hammer, which obviously has no structure holding it. It's just laying here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get my tape measure and take some critical measurements here and fabricate a new structure to hold this. Oh God, that's heavy. I really need to take it back to the shop and machine these bearings on here. But wow, there's just nothing left of this. So that's a big L bracket. That goes into here. Wow. Welcome to Hingham. Yeah, all right. We're getting pretty close to the end here. Anyhow, we just need to take those two big gears out and then we're out of here. 50. Okay, good. Wow, that's really worn. Holy smokes. Okay. I'm gonna hand these back down to Alex. Have him hand me up the rope.
They're gonna catch that.
I'm just gonna slide it down the stairs and hope it doesn't hit anybody in the head. Because my brother's out at my car, so I don't think that's gonna be a problem. let go. There you go. All right. Just lay down.
Hello? I'm lowering the hammer down that ladder from the belfry. It's going one step at a time. If it breaks the ladder, we're all stuck up here forever.
It's stuck now.
Where are you? Okay, can you grab this? It's stuck on the stairs. I've got it tied off with the rope. Thank you. It would be nice to be able to drive home. Could you just pull that out?
Yeah.
I'll lower it down.
All right.
Yep.
Where I can stand. All right.
There you go. All right. You okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Hang on.
Yep. I got tension on this.
All right.
Okay.
Yep. A little more.
Uh-oh. I got a nut.
You're on the floor.
Okay.
All right.
Good. I was gonna get into a knot here.
You okay?
Yeah.
Cool. I think we're done up here. I got my measurements.
Those gonna come out?
What?
Are those pins gonna come out?
I'm gonna shoot him some croil.
Croil comes in a spray can?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
This stuff is nothing short of miraculous. One of my ham radio buddies turned me on to this stuff.
Oh, I queued up your CB radio while I was out there and called your buddies
It's
to
not
tell
a
them to come
CB
over.
radio. Not bad.
Well, what am I doing with that?
Take the cotter pins out.
No, you do it.
Look at. Then I think it looks like, believe it or not, I think we're gonna have to slide this that way and then lay it down.
Yeah, because we've got the pendulum rod to contend with.
Yes, we
Are you
do.
taking the pendulum out?
Well, I don't need to take the bob out, but
No.
it would be nice to take the rod home and clean it up and make it look spiffy.
But can we get at the end of the
I don't know.
pendulum rod easy?
Not easily.
Is
I
that
don't
going today?
think. It doesn't have to. I've got to come back over and clean and paint the frames, so
Yeah. You're gonna do that up here.
yeah. Is that a problem?
No.
Okay. Be that way. This bushing got jammed. It doesn't want to come off.
I was gonna say it doesn't need to, but it does.
Yeah, it does.
Well, once we get the plates apart, you'll
Yeah,
have
then I
enough.
can hammer it through.
Yeah.
Not a problem. So, take the cotter pins out.
Yeah,
Do you
I'm
need the
working
hammer?
on it.
Do you need the hammer?
Probably. Where's the drift pin?
Pin drift?
Is that still around? Yeah, pin drift. There you go. Yeah. Alex learned something today.
It's amazing.
Where's the hammer now?
Hammer! The hammer. Did you take it back out to the car?
No, I made sure to take all the tools out of the buckets. Don't you remember?
No. The cameraman found the hammer.
There's no room
I
to
knew we
work
brought him
here.
up here for a reason.
It's a pin.
Do you need a screwdriver or something?
No, what'd I do with those blue pliers?
Don't lose my blue pliers. Those are like my ultimate favorite pliers. Right there.
Upstairs. How about channel locks?
Channel locks. Where are the channel locks?
Thank you.
Well, I'm thinking that between the two of us, maybe with a little assist from Alex, we might be able to lay this down without too much trouble. Well, what would be the
We've done it before, but we were 25 years
25
younger,
years well,
at least.
yeah. Do-si-do. There's a word you don't use every day. Did it?
Nope.
Do you want me to hold that?
Doesn't want to go.
Yeah. Let me get a hold of this. There it goes. Anyway.
Is it moving?
Yep, yep.
Where's your coil?
I put it back in. Alex, can I have the coil?
I think if we could actually get some in the hole here now,
Yeah, now that we got it.
might loosen it up.
Yeah. What an awful name to give something that's so good. You know.
Whoops.
Oh, you didn't get the spray stuff. We have it in spray too.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Yeah,
I didn't know it came in a spray.
yeah. Here it goes.
Feel it moving.
Gone but not forgotten. Almost.
Yeah, let's see if I can turn that around. Maybe now I can grab the end and twist and pull.
Do they make
There we
stainless
go.
cotter pins?
Yes, they do.
Oh, okay. This is going to get stainless.
Yeah, I rebuilt one of these for the church up in Weston several years ago. I put
In
stainless
fact,
steel
this
bushings
center
and
shaft is
everything.
going too. We're going to
Yeah.
get rid of that. Make a new one out of Delrin or something. Not Delrin.
Stainless.
Stainless or
Yeah.
Monel. That's the word I was looking for.
Lonell is what you're looking for.
Okay.
Ooh, excuse me.
Good. So now this can come off.
Hand me that piano.
Hand me that piano. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
See now,
Beautiful.
now it's half as heavy.
It's. I don't know. I think that part's still heavier than this part.
Oh yeah, but at least now.
I'm just going to toss this over the side here.
Well, you know that's what they did with the old bell at the second parish. When they replaced the bell back in 1880, whatever it was, they took the old one and they just pushed it out.
Really?
Yeah, I forget what Tommy and I were up there and
Second parish in Hingham?
yeah,
Really?
yep,
They just pushed it out.
yeah. They got a bigger bell when they got the clock. They got a bigger
Yeah.
bell, and they just took the old one and pushed it out. It did a somersault and a half and dug a foot and a half
I was going to
deep
say. it
hole
buried
in the
itself.
sidewalk.
Okay. Almost.
Yeah. You know, I think all we did last time was to just lay it down. I don't think we tried to pick it up and
Well,
move it.
no. I think you're right. But the problem is that it's going to bump into that wall.
Right.
So if we don't need to lift it up, we just need to scoot it this way and get it down on the floor.
Yeah, but that requires, because if we go an inch that way, well,
gonna fall.
3 inches that way, it's going to come off.
As long as it doesn't hit your toe.
Now, yeah, I was just going to say, is the floor going to hold it if we go over there?
It's already on the floor.
Right, but it's on the floor here, not there.
Okay, so what are our other options?
I don't know. I'm going back to the shop. I don't need to worry about this part of the project until September.
Yeah, but bear in mind, I'm going to have to help you do this exact same operation over it. So we need
I
to come up
realize
with
that. So
a block and tackle, maybe. I don't know.
what we need to do is go over to Gold's Gym,
Work
find the
out
two
for a
biggest
month.
guys.
Oh, yeah, get big
Hey,
guys.
you and you, come with me.
Come with me. If this wasn't in the way, we wouldn't have a problem. How difficult is it to make this go away? Is
All
that
right, but
drywall
if-
screws or nails?
If that,
Where's the flash?
there's a nail here, there's a nail there,
That's,
these are nails.
are these nails too? Yeah. Because if we just took these two boards out, we'd be okay, I think. Let's move the hands. I don't want to break the hands.
Yeah, we should probably get those hand shabs out of the way. Boy, someone did a really nice
They
job
did.
with
They're
those.
beautiful hands.
Couldn't have been that other guy.
Shh. Thou shalt not take the name of Nolan.
Shh. I can't believe you said that.
I know. I may have had a moment. That is a spiffy thing.
Yeah. That would go nice on a wall somewhere.
Okay. Let's get.
It's for removing hand nuts.
Are these tongue and groove? They are.
Yes. Don't let that fall on you.
Oh, and of course there's a brace on the back.
Put this up better than they put the floor up.
Apparently.
Oh, which reminds me, the floor over at Dependable,
Yeah.
that needs some work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the clock wiggles all over the place.
Really?
I told you I took like 125 pounds
Yeah.
probably off the strike weight.
Yeah. Which was totally unnecessary.
I was
I mean,
thinking,
unnecessary to begin with.
oh. Is there no floor beyond that?
No.
No, there isn't. Okay,
don't
so
step
that's
off the
why
edge.
that was there, is to keep people from stepping off into space.
Taking a vacation downstairs. Is that enough, or should I keep going?
I'd probably take out that next one, and I think we're good. But of course, now it all wants to come as one.
Yeah, they're all married
Yeah.
together. I don't have my spiffy little blue tool.
Cat's paw.
Yeah, well, it's sort of like a cat's paw, only better.
Is my cat's paw in the back of my car?
We're not going to need it. We're going to
No.
be fine.
Yeah. Me in the face.
I'm trying not to. Keep your face out of the way.
Well, I can't take a step back because your son's there.
Oh, I can,
No, we're fine. I'm just giving your dad a hard time.
I can not exist if that's easier.
No. No, we need you around. Gee. Because 100 years from now, you're going to have to rebuild this clock again. Whoa! You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I did not know it was going to do that.
I didn't either. But
Okay.
if we thought about it, we probably would have figured that out.
All right. We own a couple of boards.
It's okay, my hand's pre-damaged.
Huh?
I like the repair there with the hose clamps.
I know. Isn't that interesting?
I guess
That's
somebody
a fairly
figured
major
out it
beam,
was.
too.
Somebody must have figured out that'd be all right.
They made a new one
They-
there.
I'd
Look
see
at
that.
that. That's
Isn't that beautiful?
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. I
All
like
right.
Those brackets, those big heavy brackets. All right. So now we need to. It will go over the edge with us guiding it, I think.
Someone hammered the ends over on those two.
Legs too.
Hang on.
Oh yeah.
If we were to
All right, good enough.
Yeah, I'm thinking all we're going to do at this point is, when I reassembled OSU, I put one frame up, I set those two gears in place, and then put the plate on.
Why can't we do that here?
That's a good question. I think part of the reason is because the bolts that hold this on to this are out in the car, but we have this.
Because that's going to want to go that way as soon as we take that plate off. All that weight.
Yeah, but that's going to be, these plates weigh about 85 pounds.
Yes.
So
You've got another
a lot.
80
This one's
or
not.
so.
This one's not so
that
bad.
one's not so bad.
But that one's a
You've got a lot of cast iron, and that
Yep,
brass wheel there is pretty heavy.
it's a beast. I'm going to take that apart. That's not leaving this building in one piece.
No. Did you see that hammer
Unbolt
has a
those two.
706 on it?
706.
706. You know what that means?
No.
I don't either. Watch your feet. Too far.
So what happened to the screwdriver that? The screwdriver that was up here when we walked in. It
Here,
must
you
have-
undo
must have-
these. I don't feel like putting too much force through this hand right now.
No, I get it. You gonna die?
So, no. So, I'm...
That's pretty amazing. One Band-Aid, you're not gonna die.
No. I'm not going to die yet.
Oh, we're just loosening these.
Yeah, just loosen them enough so that they can, if they want to move. Because otherwise getting that plate off with all the weight on it. All right, so whoever takes that end,
Yep,
you're left-handed, do you want to take that end?
I got this end.
You're going to have to take the great wheel with you.
I can, you know what? This needs to go away. Where's the channel locks? Because I don't want this holding me up.
Don't scratch it up. Here, use this for the moment.
Oh, yeah, that will work.
Now, don't do like I did over here and cut yourself when that lets go.
I'm going to try not to do that. Fortunately, I don't need to.
Nothing for you to jam your hand into.
Oh, you know what? We're not going to be able to go all the way around because
You got to
of
take that
pin.
taper pin out.
Well, I'm in a good position to do that.
Yes, because now it goes straight down.
It does. Where's
Hammer?
the hammer, the Wooten hammer.
Couldn't wait a second for
Nope.
me to...
It's right here. I got it. Oh,
No, that's not it. That's a splinter.
No, they're both taper pins. There was two of them.
Okay.
So we're good. This can come out. Go in there.
The shaft can come out.
The shaft
Oh,
can
you
come
can
out.
deal with that. It's raining.
It's hungry out.
Yeah, it's very hungry out.
Are we going out to lunch? Alex has his lunch with him, but
Yeah.
if we could find him a turkey sandwich, he probably could.
Let's go over to the Old Mill Grill.
The Old Mill Grill doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, let's go to Jack and Frank's.
Jack and Frank's. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they're gone too.
They're totally gone.
I have lunch at the shop.
You have lunch at the shop?
Yes. I didn't think to bring it with me. Is
Well,
it
it's
moving,
moving.
or is the whole clock moving?
No, it's moving. Why does this not want to come out? It will have to come out.
Corners on this winding square are raised.
Well, I think
That's why the bushing won't
that's
come off.
exactly.
You're
Yeah.
going to run into the same issue there?
I think so. Wow, this is like ready to go. Somebody put a screw in here. Isn't that usually a taper pin?
Should be. Yeah, that should be a... Although this one has a screw too.
All right, why
Right.
don't you hang on to that gear?
All right.
Great wheel, I should say. Can you take a little weight off of it?
Trying to.
It does not want to come out.
That move? Felt like
think
it
so.
moved. Yeah, it moved.
Ooh, this plate's also moving.
Yep, I'm leaning up against it. I don't think it's going anywhere.
No,
Can you take some weight off?
I am.
Oh, sorry.
There, let me get in a better position.
All right, now I can get underneath it. Okay, no, work it back. Push it back. That's it.
I was trying to help you get it wiggled out.
It's out.
All right.
Officially. It's officially out. So, if I can get, I don't think this one's going anywhere. Yeah, because it's, I don't know. Let me try the same technique that I used over there. There it goes. Okay.
Yeah, I think you've got a burr on the end of that shaft.
I think
there,
so
don't you?
too.
I've got a half-round file out in the car. You want me to go grab it?
Yeah, there is a burr there. Well, you know what? Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's, I don't know. To cooperate. Oh, wait a minute. There we go.
That's not gonna help. Yeah, it's... There you go.
Beautiful.
No, we shouldn't have to worry about this going too far
You
other
shouldn't
than
have to
just
worry about it going
banging
too
us on
far.
the
It'll just,
toes.
it may make a big noise. But, okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. Because it is just about to let go.
Yeah,
Are you sure you got enough tension on that side? I don't think you do.
I don't. You were going to take the tension on that side.
Okay. The retention. There we go. Now I'm cooking the gas.
Yeah, we should be good.
I hope you picked a strong rope on it.
It's not, but it'll be strong enough.
It'll be strong enough that it only breaks your toes and doesn't sever them.
Yes. Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better. Okay. So, are you gonna? Oh, you don't have to hold that too much. Okay.
No.
So lift and separate. Of course, it wants to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at that.
Come to Papa. Okay. Now, are we?
gonna hold this here.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I can finagle this out. Almost.
There you go.
Down she goes.
Down she goes. Now
Now,
what do we do?
I'll hold this. You and Alex get that plate out of the way.
This one?
Yep.
Where's this going? Over there? Here.
Hey,
I've
look
got
at you.
this.
You can lean it up against the...
Lean it up against the ladder.
Okay.
But watch out for the pendulum.
Watch
You
out
gotta
for the
slide it.
pendulum. No.
Watch out for this.
Just lean it. Oh, wait. Yeah, you're just barely on the corner there. There you go. Now,
Will that lean without destroying the pendulum?
it's not going to lean because this is...
it's not. Is it coming? Oh, praise the Lord, hallelujah.
This can still move some, so I think.
Yeah. Somebody's having a good time.
Stupid me with my foot right underneath this.
What were you thinking?
What are you
Okay.
trying to do there?
All right. Now I've got the plate, the frame secured so that it's not going to go tilting off the other direction without some trepidation. Okay. So now you and me can probably lift that hose head up.
Now
but
we've
we
got
can't
the
let it
rope.
down.
Holy.
All right. So now we need to.
Wait, hang on. All right. I don't have that. All right.
What are you doing?
I'm taking the
You're
weight
waiting-
off
you're
it so
waiting
you
for
can
me?
undo the rope.
Okay. Rope is undooed, more or less. No, it isn't.
It's not undooed on this side, though.
Okay. That's a professional term, by the way, undooed. Yeah. Only clockmakers can use that term.
You're being very undue.
Okay. So,
All right.
you grab the front, I'll grab the back.
We got to get it out of the pivot hole, though. Come on.
Yeah. What's the...
It's stuck.
okay. All right. There we go.
There we go.
Set it right there.
And yay!
The big fat Dia is out of the clock.
Before you go too far with that, we're going to put the plates back in place.
No, because I want to take the cross members home and clean and paint them. This is TF, the terminal flatulence. I mean, time front.
This is Joyce's Sharpie. You're going to get in trouble.
I know.
See? This is going to be Exhibit 1.
So I think this pretty much gets us up to date up here. I think we've got to just move all this effluvia down to the car.
Yeah. Get the screwdriver? Screwdriver.
Yeah. Wait, there's the other screwdriver. I knew we had two of them up here.
Yeah, it appears that they used set screws instead of taper pins
I
on
see
this
that.
because the hole doesn't go all the way through.
That is most unusual. Oh, wait a minute. Where's the Joyce marker? Oh, thank you.
You're going to get in trouble. This
That one was already
should
out.
This isn't coming apart as easy as Lawson Tower did.
No. They usually just fall apart.
Yep, not today.
They're made out
not
of
this
fall
one.
particle board.
Again, I don't want to beat up this hand any more than I already have. You can do this. You do it.
Yes, dear.
Do you have any tools of your own?
I do. All the rest of these are mine.
Joyce's crescent wrench, her magic marker.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Before you hurt yourself, where's the hammer?
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
You're gonna put those back in the holes?
Yeah. Probably.
Are you sure? Because that might make sense.
This is the strike lever stop.
Switch places.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Be careful. You guys okay?
Yeah, this way.
Everybody good?
Oh yeah.
Hey, that one came off nice and easy like it's supposed to.
It did?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
So they just filed a little flat on there.
Really? That's all they did?
That's it.
That's
It's just
amazing.
a little teeny flat.
Very nice.
Isn't that cool? Now, the lift cam comes with the great wheel. You know what?
Yes, it does.
This will go easier if
I have a
do
picture
this.
of you standing outside Hamilton Church holding that entire assembly like this.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a slide, I think. I might have a print of that. But it's you with that whole thing that you just carried down out of the steeple.
I carried it out of the steeple.
I believe you did, yeah. It's pretty
Well,
big.
I don't doubt it. I just don't think I could do it today.
Nope. Nope. There you go. Is that movable by itself? Or should we
That
take,
is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know
This
about that.
this doesn't come apart any
No, it
further.
doesn't. That's it.
That's all one
That's all she
casting,
wrote.
which is amazing in itself.
Yeah, it is. We can get rid of the cable.
Yeah, that'll
That'll
save
lighten
a
it up
pound.
by an ounce or two. Is there access to it? Yeah, there is.
Actually, no, that does not come apart any further.
No, it doesn't. It wouldn't make sense.
No,
Groovy.
that can come apart further.
Does it need to?
No.
Okay, let's start lowering stuff down. It's lunchtime.